Pro Football Weekly brings you the way we hear it, and we're talking training camp battles today. Let's head over to Pittsburgh, and Mike, we're talking about the right guard position, Ramon Foster versus the first-round pick, David DeCastro. What are you hearing out of Pittsburgh about that competition?
Well, primarily it is a competition. That you've got a situation where you've got the highly touted first-rounder in David DeCastro, but he's not being given that position. Ramon Foster is a guy that started quite a few games for Pittsburgh, and he's going to have to be beaten out for that job. Now, David DeCastro is going to get a chance to start that first preseason game. Willie Colon, who's slated to be the left guard, out with injury. So DeCastro gets the call at right guard. Foster, who's shown he can play both sides, gets the call on the left side. If nothing else, what this does is it strengthens the depth at this position, and maybe Pittsburgh can put, its best five out there and have good depth at this inside position. But ideally, you would want David DeCastro to play to the press clippings, to play to the scouting reports, and we shall see. Maybe the lights turn on and all of a sudden he takes that big step forward. Think about what Maurkice Pouncey did a couple years ago in preseason games. It was very evident at that point that he was going to be the guy, that he could be special. Maybe that happens for DeCastro. The Steelers certainly have to hope so.
Yeah, DeCastro, some people thought that he really slid down draft boards. He was rated by a lot of people to be higher than where the Steelers got him. Typical Pittsburgh Steelers, though, to find that diamond in the rough there in David DeCastro and get him when they did. But he's part of this youth movement. And you talk about Maurkice Pouncey, talk about Mike Adams. An offensive line was really a concern for the Steelers the past couple of years. When you got a guy like Ben Roethlisberger, who's been injury prone in his career, obviously very tough quarterback, strong quarterback, but he's been hit a lot of times. They're really trying to get that group younger. Is that going to factor in for DeCastro at all, the fact that they really want to get the youth movement going on up front?
I think it could factor in, but I think they're just going to play their best five. And obviously, however that happens is going to happen. And I think when you look at what Pittsburgh has done from an offensive line perspective the last couple of years, clearly they've realized they've needed to get better and that they've needed to get younger. And look, you've got Ben Roethlisberger, wrong set of 30 now, a guy that's still in the prime of his career, but you want to protect him as well as you can. He can't continue to be his own best pass protection. You've got to give him a better pocket and all of those things as his game starts to change over time. So I think it's all pieces of the puzzle here. How do they fit together? And look, I think you look at Adams, you look at DeCastro, you want to look very closely at how they play in the preseason. We want to see those flashes, those kind of bits of ability that kind of show that the Steelers were on the right track here in drafting these guys in April.
Yeah, you never want to notice an offensive lineman, especially in the preseason. So if you notice Ben Roethlisberger going down and it's DeCastro, it's Foster, it's Adams, Pouncey, whoever it is, that name is going to be up there. So preseason is very key, especially for some of these rookie offensive linemen going against NFL defensive linemen in game situations for the first time. Check out all our training camp battles and exclusive way we hear it. Head to our website at profootballweekly.com.